Hey YouTube, Painbow here, and today I just want to be going over a different setup for this Hoverless Spirit Rattle early. Now for the first part of the trick, you need the vine, or rather you need the plant to hit you with a shockwave attack when he's supposed to be taunting. So if you're close enough to the vine, sort of in this general area, there's like a radius around him where if you're close enough, he will not taunt even if he's supposed to. So you want him to try to hit you with a shockwave when you're in that state, when he's supposed to taunt, and you want to stand right here. That's where I like to stand. That'll get you hit with the shockwave, and it'll launch attack right here. So he's not going to bonk into this wall or into this pedestal. So I'll show that part of the trick. That part of the trick is the most easy to get down. Sorry about the mouse still on the screen. I'll move it here in a moment when I show the next part. So right there, I dodged the shockwave because he's not going to taunt again right there. But now if he does do the shockwave, he will taunt. So I'll get in position right here. And if you are a little bit more forward, he actually will taunt and cancel the shockwave. So you want to be in that general area. So the next part of the trick is to jump up on this pedestal here, and I like to line up Tack's right foot to be right in the center of this intersection right here. And then for the next part of the trick, you'll jump, grab the vine, and when you let go of that vine, you want Tack's right heel to be along this line. Again, that's kind of maybe a little bit confusing, but I'll try to show it off here. Let me move that mouse. Okay, so I'm going to line up. I'm going to jump up here and line up Tack's right foot to be right in the center of that intersection I showed earlier. So right here is a bit far to the right, but it's not super precise. I just have the most consistency with that. So right now, you can see his foot is right in the middle of this intersection. So then I jump and hold forward, and then a little bit after I grab, I let go. Grab, let go. So now I want Tack's right heel. It's going to slide back into position. So now it's the timing of your jumps. This method I use here does not pause the game and mash. It's more of a timing. So the timing is something along the lines of this. It is frame perfect, but I like to think of the like the Fox intro for those old movies, the da 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 diggity 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 da da, like that. You know, the fanfare they always had in a lot of the older movies. It's like the perfect timing. But essentially, this vine is going to be bouncing up and down, and when it's at the peak of its upward bounce, that's when I do the timing, the da da. There is a particular cycle in the bounce that you want to jump for. I don't really have a way to show it. It's more so of a feeling. You can actually visually see. You could count how many bounces, but essentially I'm going to wait. I'm about to get it here. It's going to be another upward bounce, another downward bounce, and then I'll go for the trick. Up, down, and then da da. So right there I did get the trick because I got the perfect frame. Again, when I did jump right there, I was only jumping. I was not holding forward or anything of that nature. The whole time after I paused and unpaused, I was holding forward to get, you know, that forward momentum to land into this fight. But as you do the trick more and more, you'll sort of get a feel for how long you should hold forward depending on what kind of high of a bounce you get, because the bounces can vary. So I'll try to show it again here. If you do just happen to grab the vine, that means you were a frame late or early. If you just grab the vine and don't get any sort of bounce, and if you get a little bit of a bounce but not a launch, that means you were a frame late, or you jumped into the vine at the wrong time. So here we go: up, down, up, down, up, down, and the timing. Duh, duh. So again, I find this a lot more consistent than mashing. I feel like mashing, you can get a lot varying heights, and again, it's really easy to miss that frame. So again, you can see Tack's heel is right where I want it to be. The last couple attempts, it's been a little bit far forward, so jump, jump, and I got it again. So I hope that method is a bit more consistent. I do have a lot more success with it. Right now I'm holding forward, and with this kind of launch, I like to stop holding forward around here. Sometimes I'll land right in the fight. Depending on how high of a launch you can get, you can sort of see when you do need to stop holding forward. But I hope this trick, this tutorial at least, helps with this trick a little bit. I do find it a lot more consistent than the pausing and mashing method. Again, that timing is important. Now, one more thing I want to explain before I do in the video is why you want Tack's heel to be in the place right here. I'll try to pause the game. Let me pan downwards a little bit. So you want tax heel to be here because you see how this vine sort of slopes downwards? Depending on how far forward or how far back you are on this platform, that frame will change because it'll take tack longer when he jumps to hit the vine, or shorter if he's too far forward. So say if my heel was all the way up on this edge here, when I jump, I'm going to hit the vine sooner than if I'm back here. So this is the perfect positioning for that frame to work. Again, if you do happen to miss this framing, you can still do your first jump and then try to mash that second jump. Again, you can get it sometimes with that method too. I just find the timing to be a lot more consistent. I hope this tutorial helped. Thanks for watching.